Yevgeniy Prigozhin, the leader of the Wagner Group, recently announced a rebellion against Russia, capturing the city of Rostov-on-Don and advancing towards Moscow. However, a deal brokered by Belarusian President Alyaksandr Lukashenka has led to the Kremlin dropping charges against Prigozhin. As we delve into the factors surrounding this coup, we will examine its potential impact on Putin's hold on power and the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Before we continue, please make sure to like and subscribe. Let's continue. The divisions within the Russian elite. The Russian elite is divided into two factions regarding the war in Ukraine, hawks advocating for the conquest of Kyiv and those seeking a return to the pre-February 24, 2022 status quo. This divide poses a significant threat to Putin's regime, as the hawks hold more power. Prigozhin's rebellion exposes the regime's vulnerability. The risks of Putin's venture capital foreign policy. Putin's approach of outsourcing tasks to private sector actors outside the regular chain of command, known as venture capital foreign policy, has its perils. This system relies on informal patronage networks rather than institutions. While effective when Putin is strong, it can spin out of control when he is weakened, as illustrated by Prigozhin's rebellion. Loss of support within the informal system. Prigozhin's allies within the informal patronage system, such as General Sergei Surovikin and Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov, have disavowed him. This abandonment likely contributed to Prigozhin's tactical retreat. Regardless of the outcome, the underlying cause of the rebellion will continue to weaken the regime. The importance of holding Prigozhin accountable. If Prigozhin avoids severe consequences for his rebellion, it will endanger Putin's regime. Political change in Russia occurs when a divided elite, a dissatisfied public, and an absence of fear align. If fear is removed from the equation, the regime's stability is at risk. Undermining Russia's war effort. Prigozhin's rebellion further undermines Russia's warfighting capabilities in Ukraine, especially as Kyiv ramps up its counteroffensive. The behavior of the Russian elite does not reflect confidence in winning the war. The threat to Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. The internal power struggle and Russian leadership instability raise concerns about the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant's safety. The international community must prioritize securing the transfer of control from Russia to prevent a potential catastrophe. A 1917 moment or a failed coup like 1991. Prigozhin's rebellion raises questions about the implications for Putin in the war in Ukraine. While Prigozhin lacked the numbers to pose a significant threat, the rebellion highlights Putin's failing war in Ukraine. The aftermath of the mutiny weakens Putin's authority and adds to the perception of failure. Creating a monster. Putin's venture capital foreign policy has inadvertently created a monster in Prigozhin, who demonstrated the ability to challenge the regular military and governance structures. Prigozhin's lightning advance highlighted the regime's decrepitude and lack of opposition. Russian soldiers' crisis of trust. The mutiny has created confusion and eroded trust among Russian soldiers towards their leadership. The loyalty of a significant portion of Moscow's fighting force is now in question, impacting the battlefield dynamics in Ukraine. Implications for Lukashenka's regime. While Lukashenka successfully mediated the immediate crisis, his long-term standing in Belarus could be undermined. The insurrection led by the Wagner Group raises concerns among Belarusians about Lukashenka's ties with Russia and his ability to maintain stability. Conclusion. Yevgeniy Prigozhin's rebellion within the Wagner Group has exposed deep divisions within the Russian elite and raised significant questions about Putin's hold on power and the ongoing war in Ukraine. The vulnerability of Putin's venture capital foreign policy, the erosion of support within the informal system, and the implications for regional stability all point to a critical juncture in Russia's trajectory. The international community must closely monitor the situation as it unfolds, as the outcome will undoubtedly have far-reaching consequences.